Righty. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but we should be up and running again. Let me know in the chat if we're experiencing anything different. So just trading hands there. So lap 16, haven't lost out on much. So what do we got here? I think the name might actually be different. I'm not sure. Could be. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. All right. So Seb's still on the lead here. Crush 2.1 seconds behind, and Lights in third. 4 seconds down on P2 with the soft tyre 9 laps away. So he'll be looking to come in soon. Mr. P has pit since then, down to 17th position. Fresh mediums. See him going down there now. So let's try and... Oh, as he picks up... Mr. P picks up a 3-second time penalty there. 4 multiple warnings. Let's drop down 11th place now. There's only F1 trying to chase down See Me Skate in the Alpha Tauri. Should have DRS on the main straight. He does. You see the wing open there. Oh, he doesn't open it though. Or he does and I just can't see it. No, it's there. It's there. Sneaky picks up another 3-second time penalty. Only F1 up into the top 10 now. As we see Sneaky closing in on Bunning Snags. Moving their way through Sector 2 now. Both on the same amount of tyre wear. So it's going to be even from here on out. I wonder if there are any differences in the setup. Bunning Snag seems to have more speed in these corners. As we hit the DRS zone now. So Sneaky should be able to get some of that time back. There's only F1 again. 3-second time penalty. Have a look at these. 11 seconds down there in P15. 9 seconds for Farmer Sam. 8 seconds each for Bunnings. Jesus.
Yeah, I think the track limits are pretty strict around here. Especially through that middle sector and those fast flowing corners. You just extend a little bit and you pick up a warning. So
Bunning Snag's going to look to go on the outside. I wonder if it'll work. He'll have a better line into the second turn. He does. He gets him right on the inside there. So Sneaky will jump out, except it looks like Snag has other ideas. He might try to get him on the outside, but Sneaky had the DRS detection. So he'll get away scot-free with that one. Very clever driving from the Williams. Has dumped down in 12th position past the Scarsouls. Myth with a 3-second time penalty again.
Yeah, the penalties are coming through thick and fast now.
We have a Sector 1 yellow flag. It's one of the Mercedes.
Yeah, I think that's Ranger. 11 seconds of penalties he's got as well. Gee, so I'll just quickly go through the penalties. Lights on 3, Sneaky 8, Bunnings 8, Farmer 9, Lick 9, Mort 9, Only F1 3, Mr. P 3, See Me Skate 3, and Ranger 11 seconds.
Looking at positions gained, it's all balanced out. Biggest loser here is Forehead with 4 positions down, and the biggest gain would be a tie there, which is Lights, Farmer Sam, and Only F1 with 3 positions gained apiece. So Bunning Snags. There's Morton Forehead battle at the back there. Looks like Forehead just lost 2 positions. Wow, okay. Back down to 10th for you. There's Conrad. 3-second time penalty there from race control. So Snags doing his best to stay right on the back of this Williams. Oh my god. Are we going to see a disqualification?
I mean, you got to get a fair few penalties, don't you?
30 seconds. You need 30 seconds worth. It is lap 19. We have just passed the halfway mark of this race. So...
I mean, we might. We very well might.
Yeah. As we see a Sector 2 yellow flag. It looks like one of the Ferraris. Stumping a stump. He's lost his front wing. We've got a VSC.
He's lost his whole thing.
Yep. So we've got a virtual safety car for that. So Dump's going to have to drive very, very slowly around last half of the track. You see his teammate just scoot on past. And look at this. Lights, Bunning, Snags, and Farmer Sam all pitting. Now, Seb was already past the pit lane when it came in, when the VSC came into effect.
Everyone's stopping under this VSC.
Everyone's coming in now. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So see a couple of positions changing. Ali has decided to stay on track.
We're back under green racing conditions. Yeah, so Ali made a fair few places staying out, so he might be hoping for a full safety car later on towards the end of this race.
He did gain quite a lot there, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, up in a 2 there. That's not bad. Look at that. Mythic Class on 12 seconds and Dam on 11. So many penalties. So many penalties. So now, because of that, all of the times have exploded. Crush managed to get his interval back down to the 1.7 mark. Sneaky's 6.5 out. Farmer Sam within a second to Ali, and as I say that, he picks up a 3-second time penalty.
But he's also closing quite rapidly. He's all over the gearbox of Ali now, and I think that's partly due to these fresh tyres. You know, 13 lap old mediums is, pretty old. So Farmer Sam should have quite the advantage here.
He'll have the DRS for sure. Here we go. There's the wing. And watch how fast he chops this down. Absolutely no effort. Scoots past on the left. Thanks very much.
Ali jumps back into the toe, into the braking zone, but I don't think he's going to have any grip to reply.
The worst part is I think Farmer Sam might get DRS again here. He does.
He will, yeah.
And that is the...
Yeah, that's due to the one detection point in that final sector, just before the final corner.
Farmer Sam just set the fastest sector 1.
Yeah, well, DRS assistance will do that, and fresh tyres with lower fuel levels, so... Can he carry that momentum throughout the lap and pick up a fastest lap? We'll have to wait and see. But I think he also picked up a penalty. Oh, no, he picked up a penalty in the final sector of last lap. Has Leak again. Come on, guys. Keep it in between the lines, please.
They don't have to, but they won't be on the track for very long if they don't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You see Yendo asking in the chat, commentators. We maybe should have some of those set up as... Forehead goes around the outside. Easy done. We'll pass the Ferrari there up into P11.
And Farmer does pick up that fastest lap of 117.6, stealing it off Lights, who just claimed it.
So that'll be an extra point, considering he is in the top 10. If he can hold on to the top 10 position till the end of the race. As you see Simi skate, he's coming up really fast in the back of this Ferrari. Is he going to try and make a move? If it is, he's going to have to do it on the inside. Late on the brakes, he looks at the board. Mr. P decides to do it. But Forehead had the same idea, so they all stay in their original positions.
Jacob Meister also in the background there on softs, trying to come back after he had an early off.
So having a look here, Ali jumping up to 9th place here, trying to chase down Bunning Snags. As Dunn picks up a 3-second time penalty. We go into a DRS zone now. You'll see the wing open. Here we go. The run down to sector 3. If he stays within the 1 second mark, he should be able to use DRS to his advantage on the main straight. But Ali does have 15 laps of wear on these tyres. So clearly he's expecting a soft run to the end. But to maximize that effectiveness, he really does have to try and get as many positions as he can now. I wonder if he'll be able to chase him down. No way. Look at that. Spunnings is off. So you can just see how much performance is lost. He was in DRS, but so much performance lost simply on the wear there. As you can see, the right front locking up a little. So it's unfortunate there for the Red Bull, but once he gets on those soft tyres, you can expect him to be climbing quite rapidly.
I'd also just mention Lick currently sitting on 15 seconds of time penalty, so he's halfway there to a disqualification.
It's definitely not a competition, but if it was, he's winning.
Oh yeah, but we also have Farmer Sam on 12 and Dan Ringer on 11. Everyone else in single digits in terms of seconds of penalties.
The other thing.
Oh, Lick having a big moment through the S's, loses out to Bunning Snags as well.
So I wonder if he's got some damage. Oh wait, does tier 3 run? Oh, he's gone round!
Oh, he's gone round! It's too early for donut celebrations, mate. You're barely hanging on to points.
See, have a look at that again. So, just keep an eye on the right of your screen. He'll be in center now. And just goes around for an adventure. It's unfortunate there. All right. So lap 24 of 36. We're winding it down. Seb in the lead of this race, but only by 1.3 seconds. Crush is taking time out of the leader. But the question is, can he get it down to 0 seconds by the end of the race? Neither of those should have to pit.
Oh, Lick's gone around again.
Yeah, something's wrong there.
He's picked up some bodywork damage, maybe. And and he's gone around again.
Okay.
He's gone around again. He's cooked those rear tires.
You got to leave that driving back in Tokyo, mate. He'll get hunted down by Dam now, and Scarsouls probably as well.
Oh, and he's going to go around again. He really needs to just take it easy. Otherwise, and an unsafe rejoin right in front of Scarsouls.
Oh, and there was a collision as well. Oh, boy, here we go.
Oh, Lick, come on, mate.
20 seconds now, and I'm sure the stewards are going to note that down.
Yeah, that was definitely an unsafe rejoin. I mean, he waited, and then as soon as he was close, he pulled out. I don't understand his thinking there. But he definitely needs to get in and pit off those tyres, because they're going to be absolutely cooked with the number of spins that he's just had.
So the only close car on track right now is the one you're watching there. It's Forehead in the Haas trying to chase down only F1. The Alfa Romeo team. 0.4 the gap. As Conrad picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Multiple warnings. So a lot of track extensions happening here. And I know that some of you in the chat were mentioning before, oh yeah, well it's very easy at Mexico. I understand that, but like, is it worth it?
Just drive to the conditions. You need to drive to the conditions.
Is it worth it? You might be extending for a couple of tenths, but you're getting hit with, massive time penalties. And it's the same for everyone else. No one driver has different track limits to any other driver. It's just people want to try and maximize the potential of the car. As I was saying, 3-second time penalty there. So also when you're following the car ahead, we know it. We know dirty air. We know how it works. And you can't follow and take the same line. You're going to drift out. You're not going to have as much downforce as you think you are. Ali comes into the pits there, so Forehead will take P7. As
26 of 36 as well. So getting towards the closing stages of this race.
And also during all that, didn't notice, but Seb did come into the pits there. So Sneaky is now in the lead. As Crush and Seb both came into the pits. Light is splitting them. The Lights managed to come out and split those two in half. Sneaky will most likely have to pit towards the end. I don't think those mediums will go 29 laps.
No.
Also,
20... Ali and Seb both opting to put on the soft tyre, so they reckon they can go to the end on those softs from here.
As we saw fastest lap come up there. So Sneaky now in the pits, which will mean Seb will come across. He'll take that. And Crush will come across as well. And I would assume that Lights will jump him. So where does he exit out? Oh, he hasn't even come into the pit yet. There he is. You can see the fresh tyres go on. Oh, what's the wait? What was that?
Maybe serving us a 5-second time
penalty.
penalty.
Oh, yep. That's most likely it. Serving a time penalty. All right, well, that'll stay on the record there as Seb rockets away 3.1 seconds now as Mort 117.1 takes a fastest lap. Will get the championship point at the moment, currently in 8th position. As Lights is trying to chase down his teammate there. So both Alpines, 2nd and 3rd. I wonder if team orders will come into effect, or I wonder if Lights is going to try and get an overtake here. There's only F1 and Jacob Meister trade places. Jacob Meister in the pits for fresh tyres. Looks like only F1 followed him in as well. Trin asking for a penalty check. We have Lights with 3 seconds. Farmer Sam with 12. Bunning Snags with 6 seconds. Sneaky and Forehead with 3. Mort with 9 seconds. Mr. P with 3. Only F1 with 3. Dump with 3. See Me Skate with 6. Dan with 9. Mythoclast with 20. And Conrad with 6. As Myth comes into the pits yet again. So all the times have exploded out now. Nobody is within DRS range of anyone else. So
no,
this is going to be rough now. It's pretty much going to be a stationary game of musical chairs. Crush is going to have to do some serious driving if he wants to bring down 2.8 seconds to Seb ahead.
You know, I think they've actually lapped a few cars as well, so I think there's a few cars that are now a lap down.
As Snags picks up a time penalty and there's a spin, I think.
Lick has crashed out. And we have a full safety car.
Oh,
full safety car.
So
I think he's lost it on the exit. I think Jacob Meister's about to go past the scene.
This is not what Seb or Crush wanted.
No.
This is not what they wanted.
Yeah, he's lost it on the exit there. He's facing the wrong way. He's on the road, so...
Look at how quick Lights was in. Wow, that was timed to perfection. Wow, the timing on that was ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, you got the majority of people coming in now. Seb, Crush will stay out. Crush kind of wanted this because now it brings the gap back down. So DRS becomes more of a problem. Of course, they do have to wait for 3 laps to pass. As we see Seb coming through Sector 2 now. Where's the safety car? Just past turn 3. He'll come around and catch the back of the safety car. And if
it's certainly going to leave us with a handful of laps left to race as well. And we'll also get a real idea of how many cars are a lap down and where they feed into this train.
So they're going to get allowed past.
No, they won't, because they're not allowed to overtake under safety car because, you know, that's not a thing that Codemasters have put in the game. So
interesting. I thought you could. Yeah, okay.
Doubt their namesake, Codemasters, Masters of Code. But they do have a 2-hour time limit, you know, so go figure.
Here we go. All right, so Seb now on the back of the safety car there, the Mercedes AMG CrowdStrike safety car. Scar Souls has a red X according to Bryn as he left.
Yeah, so Scar Souls is a lap down.
So AI leading the restart.
I think Conrad is a lap down. Mon, I believe, is a lap down. Dump in a Stump is a lap down. And Scar Souls. Everyone else is on the lead lap. So 15, 16, 17, and 18 all a lap down.
So everybody except P6, P17, and 18 on soft tires.
Yeah. Well, they probably tried to stay out in hopes that they might get back onto the lead lap, but to no avail.
Oh, hold on a minute. So See Me Skate's come into the pit there. So Dam's going to get a position there. He'll come out behind. That's interesting. I went to switch to Scar Souls. And I was thinking it was going to shoot me right back, and it literally took me one car behind. I didn't realise Scar Souls was right behind Seb. So there you go. So he'll get the position there, and as Conrad comes in as well. So I wonder, is he switching to... Does he have damage? No, he's switching to the soft car as well. Okay, so Mon, the only one not on the soft compound now.
I think Conrad also just trying to get himself out of the way of more cars.
Oh man, on this restart, Scar Souls is going to want to get out of the way pretty damn quick. Oh, and Sneaky's at the back of the grid. Sneaky's behind Mon. There's a bunch of cars. Oh man, I smell Abu Dhabi. Oh no. Massey, where are ya? Get off the radio, mate. Here we go. All right. Yep. So we got Seb, Scarsoul's there, Crush behind him, and then we got Dump and Mon. Now it looks like Scarsouls and Mon both with red X's, so that'll be interesting there. So Gendo, I'm calling Seb to spin on restart. I'll call that bet. I don't think you're right. Seb's not the one, not the type to spin easily. Anyway, I should say. Based on where these cars are, looks like we'll have one more. So we should have 4 laps of proper racing. And considering the gap to the end, we'll probably have 1 lap without DRS. And then the last 3 laps will be full racing conditions.
Yeah, I think at the end of this lap coming, I think will be the final lap under safety car, and then we'll be back into green flag conditions. So starting racing again at the start of lap 33. So yeah, 1 lap of DRS. Going to be very, very interesting. All the pressure will be on Crush to try and hold that gap to Seb and make a move. He'll only have really 1 realistic chance of making a move. So he'll need to be ready for it. He'll need to have the ERS for it.
It's going to be a rough time too, because he has to get past that Mercedes. And he has to get past that Mercedes easily. So.
Well, hopefully the AI yields down that main straight, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see.
So I can see more. Actually, no, that'd be See Me Skate, wouldn't it? Yeah, so See Me Skate's just about to catch up to the grid there. Ben, do you want to give us a penalty rundown?
I sure can. So we've got Sneaky on 3, Lights 3, Farmer Sam 12, Bunning Snags 9, Only F1 3, Forehead 3, Mort on 14, Mr. P 6, Dan Ranger on 9, Sammy Skate 6, Dump into Stump 3, and Conrad on 6.
Having a look at the positions change there. Dump and a Stump 5 down, as well as Forehead. As we get confirmation from race control that the safety car will be in this lap. And the biggest player here would be Farmer Sam, 4 positions up. Sorry, no, Dam down there in 13, 5 positions up. As well as Only F1, who's also 5 positions up on their grid slot. Everyone on 3 stops, except the leaders on 2. And Forehead has 4 there. And Dam only with 1 stop. Dump and a Stump with 5. Jesus, that's rough. All right, so
and Seb's already gone.
Yep.
Seb's already gone. His core crush out massively.
Oh no, he spun!
Oh, he spun!
He's actually spun! No, don't join like that! Oh my god! Okay, so Gendo, go buy yourself a lottery ticket, sir, because you are on the money. There we go. Seb down into 8th position with that spin. That's massive. He's going to have to work so hard to make it past, and there's only 3 laps left in the race to do it. We'll have a quick look at that replay now. So here's Seb leading the pack, making his way through the last complex of corners, and he pushes a little too hard. Look at that, clips Oh my God.
Seb already lining up Ali going for the move around the outside. Seb late on the brakes. Oh, he almost goes into the back of the McLaren. Nice avoiding action there. And Ali hanging on around the outside.
Oh my God. Mon has been... Oh, Mon doesn't have... Oh, the stewards. Oh, he doesn't have a helmet on. Oh, that's
No
not good.
Means no Hans device either.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh boy, apparently he got mugged so hard they took his helmet as well. All right, Crush in the lead of this race due to the unfortunate circumstances behind the Williams. So Sneaky now with the hopes of the Williams team. He's going to try and chase down Crush. The only problem is Sneaky has penalties. So as long as Crush keeps his nose clean, he'll take this win relatively easy. We have a Sector 3 yellow flag. I think it's Mon again.
Mon
Actually,
and the
no, it's not.
Mercedes have come together. Mr. P is in the wall trying to turn around. And Scar Souls.
Oh boy. God, so many things happening at once.
Bunning Snags getting passed by only F1 as well. Bunning Snags coming back and having a look, having to go around the outside into turn 3. The Alfa Romeo later on the brakes, holding the position for the moment. I think he will be safe for the time being.
Short shifting, trying to keep the traction on the road. Here we go. Trying to come through the S section. Wow, only F1 much faster through there. As we have a Sector 2 yellow flag again. And it looks like Dumper Stumper's retired. So he's crashed out?
He's crashed out. Yep, he's crashed out.
Oh boy. And I don't think we'll get a safety car because it's too late in the race. There we go. DRS is now enabled as well as they come around to the main straight. So Crush still 1.4 seconds ahead as we see Bunning Snags. Oh, but he didn't get DRS there.
No,
okay.
because it's not available until the following lap.
That's correct. That's correct. If they're on down the main straight there. So he's going to try and brake hard into the inside. He'll go right over the apex of the corner. But only F1 will stick in this position. He has to go wide to try and make it. Wow, absolutely wheel to wheel. Now, who's going to give up as they make their way down into Sector 2? I think the Alfa Romeo might just stay ahead, and he does. But have a look at Seb here. Now he's caught up in all of this. He's going to want to try and get past as quick as possible. But he doesn't want to risk getting a penalty doing so. This is going to be a nightmare now for the Williams driver.
He also needs to keep his head here, does Seb, because he's going to get past these guys regardless because he doesn't have any time penalties at the moment. But the more time he can save, the more positions he's going to gain on the guys that do have penalties. And everyone in front of him does have a penalty except for the race leader of Crush.
So lap 35 of 36, we will hit the last lap. Oh, as we see only F1 go wide into the last chicane there. So Bunning Snags will go through. Seb couldn't quite fit, but the DRS should allow him to get past. We are now on the last lap. As
that
Sneaky...
could have been strategic from only F1. That's given him DRS now for these two straights for this final lap. Seb now with the run as well.
Oh, Seb's going to take them both! He's going to try and take them both! Hard braking into the apex! They come together, it's clean! Oh, the Williams gets past. That's two positions there, up in a fifth. Now he's going to try and chase down Farmer Sam, but he's 6.9 seconds down the road. I don't think it's going to happen, but the Alfa Romeo, this isn't the end of it. He's going to brake late again, makes it into the corner. Oh, he's left him some space. Oh, Bunning Snags going to come through. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he's gone past. Bunning Snags absolutely capitalizes on the fight. Now he's up in the fifth. Seb down one. What a job from the Aston Martin.
And this has meant that there's now a 7-second gap between 4th and 5th place.
Oh, I'm trying to keep up with everything. Here we go. I'm going to have to switch over to the pack at the front here. Crush still in the lead. The penalties will guarantee him the win as they come around the final corner. Crush will take the win for the Alpine team, even though Sneaky comes across hard. So here we go. Back down to Seb, who couldn't quite make it past. He'll get him on the penalties. Where's he going to end up? Oh, 4th position. Oh, as we have a massive incident at the back there.
That's after the start-finish line, so all the AIs have died.
Now have a look at this.
Over the line.
Jacob Meister up into 11th due to penalties. Oh my god, that was not an ending that I was expecting. But,
No.
okay. So, anybody who's wondering, Sir Gendo is to blame for that. He's caused this entire problem. So, Seb will probably have a harsh word with him. That's a rough one there, but he was right on the money with the call. And it's an unfortunate restart there for the Williams driver. But it is what it is. That is racing, and Crush will take the win here, as only F1 from Alfa Romeo wins driver of the day. And, oh my god. What a restart there. So Alpine, 1 and 3. Not bad. Williams with 2 and 4. But a great job by Crush there. It was getting hairy at the back end. I don't think he expected the spin. But he'll certainly profit from it.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. You get everything here at AFR. Everything. Look at that. Alrighty. So here we are. Race recap. Crush your winner. Sneaky in P2. Lights in P3. Seb in P4. And we'll get an extra championship point for the boot with a 116.177. He must have done that on the last lap. Ali with P5, only F1, P6, Forehead, Farmer Sam, Bunning Snags. Great drive from Bunning Snags. And Simi Skate rounding out that top 10. An unfortunate race there for Striker and Mythoclass, who DNF'd relatively early on. Dumping a stump at the back there. Scar Souls. But, and massive penalties. Look at this. Jesus, right across the board. Alrighty, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a bit of an unconventional one, but a race nonetheless. So that was our Tier 3. Don't go anywhere. Tier 1 will be just around the corner. It'll be starting in about 9 minutes' time. But for now, we'll go for a short break, and we'll catch you on the other side.
See ya.
getting freaky. Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Cause you know I get it, I'm getting freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on. Get that freaky, freaky on. Getting freaky. Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. I'm getting freaky, get it right, 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, the top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get that freaky, freaky on. 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. Getting freaky, get it right, 상관하지 마. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, the top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, cause I own it, know it, I'm a rain. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky, freaky. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want now. This ain't what you want. Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoken into existence. So consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no
what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Been trying to change what I've been trying to say. Words don't come straight from my head to my mouth. It's such a shame that it fell out of place. Was never me that was bringing you down. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another AFR broadcast. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and with me is Gus Rules.
Good evening.
Okay, so we're here for Tier 1. You guys just finished watching Tier 3, and that incredible finish there. An unfortunate end for Seb, but a great end for Crush, who ended up taking first step on the podium there. But yes, we're here at Mexico. I believe it's round 20 for the Tier 1 Championship. And pretty standard stuff. 18 minutes on the clock as everyone starts to come out. I can see one of the McLarens already out there, Pacey. We'll jump on board with him as he makes his way through the track. We'll give you a quick update on the points here. So Potsy leading the Drivers' Championship with 321. Mikau in P2 with 273. 48 points separates those two. So with 5 races to go, still a lot to play for. Yeah, it's a decent gap, but it can be done. Hero and Feber, 207, 1 and 7-5. Hero in third, Feber in fourth. 32 points the difference there. And Big Al with 154, 21 points to P4. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull Racing with 388 points, but Williams with 382. So there's only 6 points separating P1 and P2 there. So this is very much in contention, with AlphaTauri in third with 303 and Mercedes with 248 in fourth position. All right, so as Pacey makes his way around the final corner, Gus, how about we jump on board and you give us a rundown of the Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez.
Absolutely. Coming around the final corner, he's trying to take a wide line to carry as much speed as possible down this incredibly long straight. I think the only straight longer than this is the one at Baku. So he's got his DRS open, sitting in 8th gear, getting up to 324 kilometers per hour. Takes as much curve as he can on entry, breaks the 100-meter board, turns in, clips that inside apex of turn 1, over the curve of turn 2 as well. Got to be careful, those sausage curves don't unsettle the car as he comes out of turn 3 and again into the new DRS zone. On the run down into the next little chicane, breaking again around the 100-meter board, swings it a little bit of lock up there on the left-hand side, tries to swing as far left as he can to try and make the next right-hander nice and easy. A little bit of bogged down a little bit there on throttle, and short shifts up to third, or a bit of a wobble there as well, as car does not look stable. Again, takes as much curve as possible on the entry through this tight and twisty second sector, and he's understeering a lot. You can hear he tries to get out of the throttle to get some front end grip as he comes across the second sector. 56.5 seconds as he comes into the stadium section. And again, the car's just not very responsive. Drops down second gear, gets a little bit of a front left lock up as he comes under the stadium and around the second last corner again, kind of understeery. And he loses the rear. Good save though by the McLaren driver, but this is going to be a very scrappy bank lap, but it is good enough for pole with a 1:15.872.
Jesus. How did he catch that right at the end? Bloody hell. That's fresh tyres for you right there. Fresh soft. It was well done not to put that in the wall. As we see, I'm just going to say make, because that's what it is backwards. Ecam just sounds too weird. But he did a 1:15.2. Oh, Pacey's happy with that. That's it. 1:15.8. Done. So Batemate, 1:14.5. Fastest at the moment. Artanis, 1:14.8 in P2. Smitty, 1:15.0 in P3. And then, of course, Ecam with 1:15.209 for fourth at the moment. Simdogger comes across there on the mediums, 1:15.9. As Matt Dabber decides to come in.
Pacey's car had DNF in the worst possible spot. It was right in the middle of the road in the exit of turn 3. I think he actually did legitimately lose it.
Oh, has he crashed out? Oh, I thought he just retired, but so he's crashed out.
Yeah, he was completely stationary in the exit of turn 3.
Oh,
so
no. Okay. All right, that makes a little more sense. I thought he just crashed out, but fair enough. All right, we'll jump on board with T-Mac here. As we see a couple more times come in, Pondon there with a 1:15.1 up into P4. So T-Mac, where can he place this Mercedes here? Going down towards turn 4. Oh, lock up there on the front left. Massive load in these tyres. There's a lot of braking zones here in Mexico. A lot of load going through those front tyres. Got to be very, very careful. Tyre wear an issue. As Trin manages to put in a 1:14.8 for Red Bull, up into P3 now. Oh, T-Mac's invalidated. I just noticed the map there, so this lap will not count. Unfortunately, we'll jump back with Bluey for Alfa Romeo. P15, just coming around the last sector now, currently on his outlap.
Potsy in the Red Bull has invalidated as well. Our championship leader at the moment is Potsy, and fun fact, he could be, if he does go on to win the World Drivers' Championship, the only one at AFR to achieve that feat without ever setting a fastest lap. So he's never qualified on pole at all.
That is such a ridiculous achievement. Achievement? I'm going to say it's an achievement. So that should tell you, that should give you an indication as like, you don't necessarily need to be the fastest hot lapper in order to win a race. There's more than one lap in a race, right?
Well, we see Bandcamp do it a lot in Tier 2. Doesn't often qualify particularly well, but always seems to get a decent result out of the actual race. So
yeah, and that
been done.
And it comes down to strategy. As Bluey, man, that car is very, very loose there, weaving all over the place. He's got to keep that under control if he wants to get a good time. But that's it. You've got multiple laps. Strategy is a factor. You have to make sure you're nice and consistent. So it's interesting that he hasn't put more time into trying to be faster in one lap. But points-wise, it's working for him. So, hey. Jacob Meister in the chat there, our resident factician. Potsy has twice as much wins as the next driver. 7 compared to Hero and Phoebe's 3. Look at that. So, clearly something's working for him as Bluey decides to come in. Not a big surprise there. That car didn't seem very clean there. Let's jump on board with the current provisional pole sitter. Batemate in the Haas. His teammate Smitty with a 1:15.0 currently in P4. See a bunch of Sector 1 flags. So just your thoughts here at Mexico. What's the... From what I saw, it looks like it's soft medium is the preferred strategy. The hards didn't really work very well. But of course, if a safety car comes into it, that all goes out the window. But the standard strategy looks to be soft medium? Or is it a 2-stop?
I think you can make a 2-stop work, but I expect with the competitiveness we see in Tier 1, I don't think anyone's going to try and go for 2-stop unless there is a safety car.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. All right, there we go. 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. You will see the Haas come around the final corner now across the line. He will start his flying lap. We'll stay on board with the Haas and see where, if he can improve his time of 1:14.5, still currently on provisional pole. Jacob Meister in the chat letting us know. Some mix of the soft, medium, medium, hard if Pepe hands. Seb saying it's a 2-stop. Into the DRS zone now. Being open, good for about 10-12 Ks down here. Down through the gears. This gearbox is only designed to last a single race. So, well, actually, no. Modern F1 cars, they're designed to last a lot longer than that. They used to be built specifically race to race. Fragile things. Thank you for the follow as well. Thank you to everyone who has followed and is watching. I hope you are enjoying yourselves. We appreciate you being here. Oh, that was a lot of curb there, but he's made it work. Hear that gearbox really wrenching out in pain. Artanis manages to cross line with a 1:14.5, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Mate, oh, he's been to war and he's going to go into the pits. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. It was just a very stylish pit entry. Didn't want to finish that lap. Oh, boy. Crushing the chat. Hashtag ask Seb, how do you rejoin the track safely? You ghost. That's how you do that. Oh, it's FIBA. 1:14.3. Makes the fastest lap there. I'm just going to go back and watch this replay here. So here we go. Mate, round the car's corner. And just takes a page out of Seb's book here. Look at this. Yeah. Nice catch, but has to go into the pit for it. Alright, so watching Trin coming through Sector 2 now. As Potsy speak of the devil, and he shall apparently appear 1:14.3. So currently on pole. Maybe we got him fired up. Maybe he's listening. Maybe he's like, oh, I'll show you guys. Nobody gets pole. Trin comes around the final corner. That's an improvement. 1:14.588. Up in a 5th place there. And it looks like everyone's either on a flying lap.
T-Mac's about to finish his.
Keep an eye
Yet to
on
put
that.
the time on the board. Same as Mikau, Bluey, and Big Al. So neither Mercedes has set a time yet. And T-Mac good enough for 9th place with a 1:14.985.
Big Al usually doesn't set a time until very late in the session, to be fair. Big Al's usually always in the pits, tweaking, trying to figure out. He's a strong finisher. Big Al's very, very consistent. He's another one of those that doesn't go crazy in qualifying, but then I say that and does a 1:14.4. So he's in P3 at the moment. So everything I just said, forget about it.
Big Al also poleless, according to Jacob, our man down in the pit lane. Running around there in his board shorts.
Ted is a national treasure and he will be protected as such. Actually, he's an international treasure. He's an international treasure. He's not a national treasure. He's an international treasure. And
I'm very surprised to see Mikkel still yet to have a valid lap against his name. All the way down in 15th, just like Louis.
There is a tyre in the middle of the track, and I'm assuming that's Pacey's. I think Mikkel is doing a similar thing. He's in the pits right now, and he's just trying to figure out. Psycho is saying that Mikkel is starting at the back. Now, is that due to penalties?
I'm not aware of any.
Mikkel starting in the back, that's for fun. Well, that's a very interesting championship choice.
Maybe he just wants to start on the mediums to the one-stop.
That's a very interesting choice. It's only 48 points between P1 and P2, but Psycho...
Oh, he's picked the medium, he selected the medium. Maybe that's his plan, to come out and as late as possible in qualifying when the tracks rub it in, and then just go for a one-shot quali and try and get in the top 10 on the medium.
Okay. So Psycho's saying he started last week. He started the back as well. I wasn't aware of that.
That was because he didn't realise the race was going to be wet, and he tried to qualify on mediums and everyone else was on the softs. And I think he spun on his only lap.
Yeah, okay. I think Psycho might actually be taking me for a walk now.
He is.
Based on this. Ali's brought up a good point, which is he would have retired on if he's going to start at the back. Mikkel has put the mediums on. He's the only person to do so at the moment. Psycho says he's serious. All right, fair enough. 4 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock, so we'll see it eventually. We'll jump on board with Trin, currently on an out lap. We'll see if he can improve on that 1:14.5.
Just a bit of fun fact here. Ali in the chat is actually Big Al's brother, so it's an old dead meme that hasn't been thrown around in a while. But...
Oh, yeah, it's true, yeah. We're going to have to get some merch happening, just immortalize these memes. 100%. See the Red Bull coming around. Here's Sector 2 at the moment. 4 minutes left on that clock. And he's, looks like he's letting someone by. Oh no, Fever's game seems to have crashed. Now I'm back on a green track. What? You're in the lobby, but it's a green track? This game never ceases to amaze me.
Well, isn't there that bug where you can come back and it's full wet conditions and everyone else is dry?
Is that still a thing? That was a thing in the championship mode, to be fair. You could be playing a 2-player campaign and one person have a dry track and another person have a wet track on the same track.
Yeah, I remember that when the game first came out.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Timer resets and it makes the track.
Why would track state be client-side? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, that's very weird. But here we are. So on board with Trin. 1:14.588. Good enough for P6 right now. 3 minutes on that clock. We will see if Trin can improve on this time at all, or if he invalidates this lap, because this track seems to be very prone to track limits. A lot of people got pinged in Tier 3. I don't expect as many, but in the pursuit of speed, you like to try and eke out as much time as you can, and that usually means you let the car drift out more, so that you're not scrubbing the tyres as much. But they'll have to keep that under wraps if they want to keep their noses clean. As we see a bunch of sector flags going up, it'll be to do with people trying to get out of the way of fast cars.
Yeah, we had 5 or 6 cars come out of the pits at the same time.
Oh my god, he's gone.
Oh, Trin.
Trin has crashed awkwardly right under the safety car light. But that's his race done.
Now, in real life, that'd be a red flag, and Potsy.
Oh, there it is. Bang, right into the wall. Oh, that's massive. That's a massive crash. All right, well, back on with his teammate. So Trin I don't think he's going to stay 6th for long, but here we are, on board with his teammate. Provisional pole leader, Potsy. 1 minute, 53 seconds left on the clock. You can see Potsy's car get a little sideways because he took a lot of curb coming out of turn 3. We'll see if he can stay on pole. God, a lot of load going into those front tyres. The gradual acceleration there, short shifting. You want to make sure you keep all the traction on the ground. I say it a lot every week. I'm starting to be like a brundle, but... Oh, hold on a minute! What happened there? What happened there?
He invalidated just before that crash, so I say he's just trying to retire to get out of the way.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, like, did something disconnect, or what's up with that? He just went straight right. Yeah, invalidated. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Here we go. So, FIBA, a minute left. Well, I dare say that he won't be holding that then. Because FIBA will have a little bit of a invigorated purpose now. And we know how fast he is.
So, Mikkel, I think, just aborted his flying lap on the medium. So, maybe he is planning to start from the back.
That's fair enough. Oh, all of these guys are taking so much curb in turn 3, and they're losing time because of it. They're sliding the back out, and then they have to catch it. It's interesting. I guess he just...
Man goes for provisional pole, 1:14.1.
That's a cracker time. That's a cracker time. We've seen a lot of improvement from him over the course of the season, but that's really well done. 15 seconds now left on this session, or in this session, rather. So this will be last lap chances for a lot of these. Does FIBA have something to say about it? He didn't invalidate through the S section. It's going to be absolute pedal to the metal. Here we go around the final section of corners. 108 comes under the DHL bridge. Keep the car straight. Don't slide it out. Cuts the inside. Oh, he's lost it. He hasn't got that improvement, but Big Al with a 14.242 jumps into second place, but Baitmate has held on, unless T-Mac can answer this.
He's currently up by 0.2, but that's only going to get him up into the top 10. Mikkel, meanwhile, did a 117.4 on those medium tyres, and he caught the checkered flag, so he does not get to go again.
T-Mac now, where's he going to go? Oh, up into 4th! He seats him down as well! So Big Al manages to make the jump in a second, and then T-Mac manages to squeeze there into 4th. FIBA down into 5th place now. Oh, that is not characteristic at all. That was a great lap from T-Mac there. That's really good for the Mercedes. 2 and 4. But Baitmate, 14.1, managing to start right at the front.
And Potsy, P3, does not get that pole position.
No, he does not. Oh, wow. All right. Well, it's going to get spicy now. So Mick out, P2 in the championship. We'll start at the back on the medium tyre. And I was going to say, Jacob, that would be Bates' first pole. So that's what practice gets you, folks. Now he needs to try and translate that into a win. He's done it before. I'm trying to remember where he won. Where was it that he won? What track? Hungary, thank you. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Okay, so Baitmate with the fastest lap there at 1:14.1 will start on pole position at the front of the grid. Big Al will start alongside him with a 1:14.242.125 in it. With Potsy with a 1:14.3 will start in 3rd position, and T-Mac with a 1:14.349 will start in 4th. FIBA, Simdogger, Artanis, Trin, Smitty, and Ecom make up the top 10. That's a good showing from the newcomer there. And Bluey did not set a time. And Mikkel starting at the back there on mediums. I wonder how many of those, the bottom 6, will choose to change their tyre strategy.
It was just 1/10 of a second separating 7th place and 11th place. So we've got a very, very tight midfield once again this weekend.
Indeed. All right, so it's going to be hammer time very, very soon. Just got to wait for the lobby. Everybody to grid up. We'll go around for a formation lap. That'll be the last chance for these guys to get some warmth in the tyres, trying to get those tyres into optimum temperatures. Brakes as well. Luckily, you can't lock brake magic on, so the Mercedes is safe for the restart, or for the start, rather. Yeah, we should be able to get underway soon enough. Eakham apparently targeted P11, just missed out via Pondon. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good time. Very interested to see how he does in the race. Also, I have to give a shout out to, of all of the track layouts that we go to, that the F1 calendar goes to in a year, I have to say, I love Mexico. The grandstand, the stadium section, is actually brilliant. It's such a great idea. How they have the cars drive through the crowd when you have everybody on the grandstands there. I love that idea. And in terms of racing, it produces decent racing, I think. See Pablo in the chat. Go Matt. I don't know who Matt is, but whoever you are, go you. Someone's going to tell me who that is in the game. It's a great track. I agree, Bozza. It's definitely a great track. It's definitely a great track. Here we go. All right, so we can see, guys, now. Get everything ready. Here is Baitmate wasting absolutely no time. No time. He decides to go out. Ali telling me it's Matt Dabry. There we go. Okay, I knew it would come up. Jacob Meister. Racing ends up more like a NASCAR race. It only really matters where you are in the DRS train and your timing at the end for your moves. Yeah, that's fair, but I mean, that in itself has strategy. Seb, I think they need to change the left hairpin and bring the corner forward to a 90-degree corner. So when you're saying the left hairpin, you're talking about, what would that be? Left hairpin is probably what, 13? Turn 13? Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So you want turn 13 to be in line with turn 14. So it's just 90-degree left and then a little kink to 15 and 16 onwards. Hairpin's too slow and it bunches them up and spreads them out into the DRS straights. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, no, that's a fair criticism there. Yeah. That's a fair criticism. There you go. The next Herman Tilke, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Gus, what are your thoughts? What are you expecting here?
There's only 3 drivers starting on the medium tyres. Mattia Dapri, Pacey, and Mikau. Be interested to see how they go with the ultimate strategy if there is an early safety car. So you might see them get propelled to the front with a lot of the soft runners deciding to change because they'll be on a 2-stopper. So definitely keep an eye on the likes of the AlphaTauri drivers, both of them on the mediums. So I think they'll be the ones to watch today.
All right, here we go. So you can see Baitmate just coming up to his grid box now. Jacob Meister. Starting mediums is neato, but safety car timing can screw you. Yes, that is very true. Bozza. Beaver for the dub. Pablo saying go safety car. That is probably the first time I've ever seen someone cheer for the safety car. What were the quali times? We had a 1:14.1 from Baitmate, and then Variety on the way down. All the way down, a 1:14.1 pole. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The 5 red lights are counting down, and once they turn off, this race will be underway. They're off, and we are out of here. Baitmate with a decent launch. I can see one of the Red Bulls at the back going through, but Big Al manages to squeeze past. And have a look at Potsy. He's getting squeezed quite hard there in the middle section. It looks like Baitmate's going to keep P2. Oh, the Tremac had to take avoiding action not to get into an accident with the car ahead. They're coming through now. Oh, and the scenic rat for Trin. As he cuts across, he's going to have to give back so many positions there. That was crazy. As they make their way through, Potsy trying to get on the inside as they come down into turn 4. Williams might stay ahead. It looks like he's going to do well. That is probably the cleanest I've ever seen Tier 1 start.
I've still got a fair chunk of the lap to go. I see Mikau and Ponton going with a wheel through that little hairpin there. Yeah, from the back was pretty clean as well. Feeber up 2 positions, Trent up 2 as well. Simdog it down 3. Mikau's had a great start as well. He's up 3 positions, combined up 2. So is Bluey. Pondon down 2, and Mattia Dabry down 4 positions, all the way down to the back now.
That is a fantastic lap one. Wow, absolutely props there. So Big Al leading this race. Baitmate 0.5 behind. FIBA 0.4 behind there as we see the updated AWS pit stop strategy board. Tannis trying to trace down Trin here. Now, of course, at the start of the race, drivers do not have access to DRS. There will be 3 laps of racing before that occurs. So it'll be all down to slipstream and battery management for those first 3 laps. If anybody wants to try and make it across the Sim Dogger off the track. I think he came together with Ecom, I believe. The spin there, so that's unfortunate.
It's a flashback to his William days in Tier 2, that spin. But Mattia Dabry actually pit for a wing change, so it looks like he might have picked that up in the opening lap, which explains why he dropped so many places.
Pepsi saying that Smitty gave no room there. Okay. Might have to look at that later on. So the gaps are starting to form. Big Al's got a very healthy one up there. And Potty's looking to try and chase down FIBA as quick as possible. 4 tenths now. That gap. Have a look here at the back. Bluey right on the back of Pondon here, battling for P12. Big App picks up the fastest lap again, but Potty has something to say about it, so you can see that he's booking at 1:17.7. Chat. Put your bets in. DRS is now enabled. Who do you think gets dealt the first penalty of the race? As we see Bluey rapidly going down. Massive weaving happening at the front there. I think Mikau might have to... Combined rather. Combined was the one doing that. As Bluey manages to make it around the outside to Pondon, so he'll go up into P12.
Psycho, Mikau's race engineer just threw him under the bus there. He reckons that he'll be the first one to get a time penalty for cutting corners.
Oh, no. Incorrect! It was Simdog, a 3-second time penalty from race control for multiple warnings, and it wouldn't have helped because he spun off the track as well. That would have been one of them.
Apparently Mikau is on 2 warnings, though.
There we are there. So healthy gaps here as we make our way through the race. Potsy still 0.5 behind FIBA. No real closing in. Matt Dabry, of course, with that early pit stop down 19 seconds, but he'll make it up as the other pit stops come into fruition. Let's see. Does Potsy have an answer for this? No. Big Al goes faster. 1:17.723. We might actually see a mad showing from the Mercedes today.
Yeah, usually we see Big Al go for a move a little bit later in the race, but he seems to be trying to take the initiative at the moment.
Mecca and combined YouTuber trading places at the back there. Mecca doing really, really good on the medium tyre there. As T-Mac already out of battery. Matt Dabry, a 1:17.4. Well, clean air will do that.
Of course, Jacob mentioning in the chat that Big Al gets better start due to hosting, so there is a slight advantage for the host of the lobby. The lights go out a fraction of a second quicker than everyone else, so they do get a better start.
Oh, okay. Of course they do. Of course there is. Yeah, there we go. Top 4, Bozzer in the chat there. Top 4 already stretching away. Yes, they are. They're getting a very comfortable lead. Trin is 1.6 seconds behind. And unfortunately, his teammate too far ahead down the road to give him any sort of DRS assistance. So have a look at this. Artanis is right over the back of this Mercedes. Will T-Mac have DRS here? I don't know. Is he close enough? He is. But the Aston Martin says, well, not a problem. Have a look at this. He's going to rocket straight past. And he'll probably beat him under braking too. Yes, he will. A little bit of a squeeze. And the Aston Martin gets up into 6th place. It's not a good look when the customer team beats the works team. They're looking at these gaps now. FIBA trying to put the fight onto Big Al, and of course during all of that, Batemate managed to take the lead from him, and that would have been due to the DRS on the main straight. And Potty is sticking with all of them as well. So this really is a tale of two groups. You have the top four and then everybody else. As Artanis picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. T-Mac's going to be cheering with that. Jump on board with the Red Bull here. And we'll just see if there are any... So, there's the wing open. Just wondering if... Batemate is burning some serious ERS to keep ahead there. Artanis and Trin trade places. At the back. They're doing so well to keep together right now. Potty is dropping back a little bit. I just wonder in terms of battery, they're all about the same. Batemate's doing really, really good, but he's also not having to use it as much as some of the other drivers.
So Pondon's got some wing damage. He's just been following that little battle between Pondon and Pacey at the back. Pacey on the medium tyres is actually quicker than Pondon at the moment on the soft tyre, and that is because of that wing damage in the Aston Martin. But he's trying to keep going till the tyres die, but at the moment he's losing a lot of time already. Pacey is 4 seconds behind the back of Bluey's Alfa Romeo.
Oh, Baymate going really wide on that final turn there. He kept it within, though, as they cross a line, and now... Let's have a look here. There goes the wing. How much speed can the Mercedes make up? But what's interesting here is that they're not using their ERS right now. It's just passive as Big Al closes in, but not enough to get past. And right now, I think he's just looking for the consistency there as we see Potty go wide into turn 1. So I wonder if Potty's having some issues there with setup, because he seems to be all over the shop, whereas the top 3, very, very tight throughout the sector.
Just after I made that update, Pondon has come into the pits for a new wing and a set of medium tyres.
There we are. All right, so Big Al doing well to stay behind here. FIBA, the distance about the same. Potty is going up and down a little bit, but still well within the 1 second. And these guys are doing so well right now. This is actually a treat to watch as we see Potty getting very, very close to the back of the Williams there. But this is not a prime place to make an attack. Obviously, you'll want to wait for the main straight, see if you can get the DRS assistance to make you move, or possibly going down to turn 4 where there is another DRS section. And then the other thing in the back of their minds is they're going to have to make sure, do not extend the track. Do not get a 3-second time penalty. This is not what I want to happen. Here we go. I wonder if he'll be close enough. He's looking. He's going to stay in the position. Big Al not one big on risk. He'll be looking to just maintain it as Bluey and combined teammates trade places down there in 11th and 12th.
Yeah, Bluey's worked his way through the field to catch up to his teammate, who, sensibly did not try and hold him up too much. So Bluey's on the charge now, almost within DRS range of Mikal.
I've said this a couple of times now, but honestly, this front pack of 4, man, I don't know if we've ever had such a close battle like this with so many cars. These guys are like, the line is almost identical as they make their way through here, but just doing so well to stay behind each other as Bluey with a 3-second time penalty there. Exactly, Jacob in the chat there, and they have to stay close without any pens, and that's the thing that's impressing me the most, because clearly the handling behind another car through those high-speed sections is not great, so that you've got to adjust for that. And they're doing really well. Oh, they're all, look at this, all 4 of them into the pits now. So this should be pretty straightforward. I can't imagine anyone loses out here. Did Big Al just disappear?
Showing up P10 for me.
Oh my god.
There he is.
Okay, my camera just did something weird there. So they all come out in the same order that they went in. And with that, Artanis will take the lead of this race. They'll all have to come in at some point. As we see Bluey and Ekum battling a little bit there.
Yeah, so a couple of drivers in this pack will be on new sets of soft tyres as opposed to Artanis, Trin and T-Mac and possibly Smitty on used tyres from Quali.
Ooh, Feber taking the inside line there. A little bit of wheel to wheel. It looks like he might have pushed Big Al out there. Something might have to be reported. Not sure, but for now, Feber is ahead of Big Al. And now chasing down Batemate for the effective lead of the race. Mikau doing well.
Artanis, Trin, T-Mac and Smitty and Ekem all coming into the pits. Combined to Tuber and Bluey staying out, both of them on those new sets of soft tyres from the start of the race.
There we go. So we can see that Mikau out in front now on the medium tyre. As everybody trading places there. So Bluey, yep, as you said, Gus. Bluey and Combined staying out, Pacey as well. Feber trying to look at an attack vector there for Batemate, but not quite finding one. Bates doing a very, very good job holding his line. Also there, Feber's tyres are firing up a lot quicker, which would lead me to believe that there is more pressure in them. If they're up there. The only problem is that they'll cook a lot faster too if he's not careful, so... Oh, side by side as Feber tries to win it around. He's going to have to try and hold the speed. Right now he's ahead. Oh, and he's done it. Tucked in. 5th position now. So Bate has fallen back. I think Potty might be wanting to jump this Mercedes. So pit reporter here. Feber probably has a slight edge on the others on pace, but the job's not over. He needs to make a second on them, which is not easy here. That is correct, Jacob. There's straight facts. How long until they crash again? There's always one, isn't there? Just let them race. There we go. Big Al is looking to try and make an overtake. Pacey is stuck in all of this. Feber gets past. Batemate's going to fall in line. They've got to be careful not to hit each other on the braking zone. Pacey picks up a 3. Oh, he's around! Big Al's around and he stops Potty as well! Well, that's not ideal!
Oh, Pacey's just rejoined to the side of T-Mac as well. T-Mac goes for a spin, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's got some bodywork damage. Pacey is now still on the grass, but he's got a massive chunk of front wing missing. And he's just got the 5-second penalty for that contact with Artanis as well. So I think there was a few cars there with that dangerous rejoin.
All right, let's go back to the replay. We'll have a look. So here is Big Al going in. Now, who does he... Oh, he touches the back of Feber there. And then with the spin, that forces Pacey off the track. We'll just have a look at it one more time. That forces Pacey off the track. And then Potty manages to get stopped. Oh, that's devastating for two of those guys. But Feber and Batemate are cheering.
I think T-Max Mercedes has got some severe side pod and floor damage because he's really struggled through that second sector. Ekem was able to get past him pretty comfortably on those fresh softs. And I think he's got some front wing damage as well. A big lock up into the stadium section.
All right. So a third of the race is done and dusted. Mikau in the lead of this race with a 11-second gap to Feber in P2. Batemate doing a really good job to hold on for P3 right now, but Potsy got hit pretty hard as Big Al went round, so he's got to try and make up 6/10 to get back into DRS contention. Having a look here as Big Al's in the pits. Yeah, okay. So his race, he had such a great start to the race, but it looks like it's gone down now. If there is a safety car later, it could help him out immensely. Just having a look at some of these times. Gaps are pretty consistent. Trin closing in on Artanis there for P5. T-Mac is closing in on Bluey for P9. Batemate doing a great job not letting Feber out of his sight at all. He might be in a position here to attack. He's using ERS well before the DRS zone. So I wonder... Yeah, it's definitely in attack mode. Fever's moving over to the left. Baitmate's going to look onto the inside. Under braking, he's going to try and make this work. Well done. Baitmate up into P2. And he'll have the DRS detection zone in the next sector as well. Here we go. The Haas should be able to escape with this. Potty still 1.6 behind, though. As T-Mac picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Have a look at T-Mac here, fighting with Bluey. Gets past right as they come into turn 4 and 5. Good job there from T-Mac. Up into P9. Simdog and Matt Dabry trade places for P12. As Artanis is enclosing on Smitty. Simdog and Matt Dabry are still going. But it looks like the Ferrari has come out on top of this one.
Oh, Matt Dabry nearly lost it on the curb.
Matt Dabry has 10 laps of wear on those soft tyres, so they are definitely going to be hurting now.
And of course, he put those on lap... Well, actually, no, he came in a little bit after that, so... Yeah, he's not going to be feeling too good. He might be trying to stretch them so he can get home on the mediums. We see a change for second place as Feber gets past Baitmate.
So we're probably going to see a game of leapfrog essentially the rest of that time. Interestingly, Potty lost 2/10 there, and it's simply because he doesn't have the DRS to catch back up. That's going to be very rough. So unless Feber and Baitmate can fight a lot more, as we see one of the McLarens off the track. That's Pacey. There's only one racing right now. Pacey is off the track. Just brought out a yellow.
Yeah, had a bit of a spin in Sector 2. Looks like he may be suffering a bit from bodywork damage himself after that contact at Turn 2.
Jacob Meister. Smitty profiting a lot from that leader incident. Matt has stayed out too long. Potty isn't losing much time. He may not have much damage. Alrighty. Look at Smitty here. He's really closing in on Trin right now. And to that effect, Artanis as well. Artanis is keeping up with them. And it looks like Ekum on the 3-lap old softs. Jump on board with the newcomer, actually. Let's see how much speed he's got down this lane. He'll have DRS. Low on the battery management, though. It looks like Artanis might just skip past, I think. Yeah, stays well ahead. No battery to use there for the Williams. But Trin and Smitty are side by side. Smitty managing to take the place, so he'll move up in a 5th. And Trin will lose a position. And I have a feeling Artanis might just bounce this as well. Oh, have a look at this. The Williams has something to say about it. He's going around the outside. He might get boxed out by the Red Bull, though. Oh, it's an issue. He's going to try and hold this inside line. Oh, they come together, but no damage. Well done. Ekum up into 7th. Artanis is right on the back. He's not happy. He wants the position back. Excuse me, sir. I'd like it. If you don't mind. Here comes the DRS. The Williams has it as well. Is it going to be a late lunge into the braking zone? No. No, that would be silly. We have so much of the race left to go. 20 laps, in fact. No point in risking everything right now. Also, checking up on the front there, Baitmate. I did not notice this, but Feber has a penalty. When did that happen? I did not see that flash up at all.
So he received his penalty on lap 11, so he had a warning on lap 2 and another one on lap 5 and had his 3rd one, and the first flying lap after the pit stop.
I have no idea how I did not notice that, but that throws a wrench into all of this now. So that's 3 seconds if I'm not mistaken there. Yep, 3 seconds. And, wow, okay, so... Wow, alright, so Feber now in a very rough patch. He has to try and make 3 seconds a gap between all of these guys over the rest of the race, and I don't think that's going to happen. His Baitmate is trying to stay behind, but Feber's turned it up a notch. Bait dropping down to that 8/10 mark. Potsy is slowly bringing it down to the 1 second. Still at 1.3 as we see a couple of positions traded there in the midfield.
Yeah, it looks like Ekham's soft tyres are starting to fade. He lost a lot of speed going through Sector 2. Bluey's been able to get past him. T-Max right on his tail as well. Should get him at the end of the DRS straight. Actually, he comes to the pits, so he's onto the medium tyres.
So Mick
Actually,
out.
5 laps. I reckon he might have front wing damage.
So Mick out has pit now. So Feber now in the lead of this race. Batemate in second. Potsy in third. And Big Al, unfortunately, down in 14th there. As Bluey and Mick out trade. So Mick out now looking for the high performance from the soft tyres to see. Let's see just how many positions he can make up. It's Pondon will jump Ecom in the pits.
Yeah, Ecom did have a wing change there, so he had lime green wing damage. Not sure if there was some contact with another driver, but yeah, definitely had to get that wing replaced to get some speed back in the second sector.
Matt Dabry, 116.8. Well, right now he's taking away the extra points for all the top 10. Beaver's got some really good pace here. Oh, as Mick picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him.
Yeah, Psycho did warn that on the first lap he did have 2 warnings already, so he's done well to last this long without getting another one, but that's going to hurt him towards the back end of this race.
I wonder if Batemate will be able to catch with the DRS there. Potsy is so close. He's making up time. He's almost within DRS range now in the next couple of laps as Mick will move up into 6th place. But right now, it's a jump as we see Trin looking to make a move on Smitty. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. He will make it work. And he will take that position back up into 4th. And he'll have double DRS as well. Oh, Smitty with
getting some reports that there is some rain forecast at the end of the race.
Ooh. How close to the end are we talking? That's the question.
Apex Racing 101 says it's forecast right at the end, so I'm not sure. So we see Pacey go off again in that second sector.
He's got to be careful with how he rejoins here. Oh, as Bate picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. All right, it's now on between the first two. They are now neutral in regards to penalties. So Potsy is the one that might profit from all of this.
I wonder if he was distracted there by the McLaren being off to the right.
He might have been.
I reckon. I don't think he'll be able to get that overturned, though. It is up to the driver responsible to avoid making those kinds of mistakes.
Yeah, that is true. That's exactly what I thought as well. He might have been trying to avoid. The only thing was that Pacey was not in the racing line. As Batemate will look for the overtake down on the inside towards turn 1. He makes it very, very clean as Potsy also jumps Pacey at the back there. He'll take that. So Batemate now in the lead of the race. Lap 19 of 36.
And despite getting T-boned a little bit early in the race, T-Mac is sticking with Bluey there in the Alfa Romeo, even though he's on fresh tyres. So really good effort by the Mercedes driver to try and recover some points for the team.
Wow, Mikau is jumping up there in the positions. 4th now. Now he's going to chase down Potsy. 7 seconds down the road, though. It might be a stretch. Mikau, of course, does have penalties. Looking at all of these. It's T-Mac in P9 chasing down Bluey. Come into the DRS zone in Sector 3. Switch back over to the front here. They come around that final turn onto the main straight. We'll see if Feber can jump. Should be able to do this with ease. Oh, he breaks out of the toe straight away. Okay, no messing about as Mikau sets the fastest lap with a 1:16.2. Batemates managed to stay ahead into turn 1. So Fever will have no choice but to slot in. And interestingly enough, Potsy has lost time. It's now down to 1.8, the gap. Now, given the penalties, he's still in the lead. But he's got to be careful with that because there's still 16 laps to go. And he doesn't want to go too far with that. Trin trying to chase down Smitty here. As Big Al jumps Pondon for P12. Combined YouTuber with a 3-second time penalty there. They're starting to fly now. There's only 5 drivers without them. Trin is glued to the back of this Haas now. Gets the DRS zone down. Not enough to overtake, but it's keeping him in the battle there. We switch over to the lead now. Feber, closer than he was last lap. I'm sure he'll make the overtake now. There goes the wing. And just look how much extra speed you get. No ERS there. As he goes straight past Batemate. Again, the game of leapfrog continues. Trin is making... Oh, he's right up on the back there. Artanis doing well to keep there as well. All within the 1 second. And we need to get more of these types of camera angles. I love these. There's a Red Bull of Trin in the middle there. Trying to chase down Smitty. 4P5. On board with Artanis at the back of that small train. Oh, Simdogger picks up a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings. Switch back over to the front here as Batemate now in second position. Will he be able to chase down Feber for the lead? Hello, Mr. Pancake. Nice to have you with us. And thank you to everyone who has followed and everyone who is watching. I hope you're enjoying your stay. Oh, Trin might make the overtake here. Is he going to beat him in the brakes? It looks like he will. Oh, manages to get in front as well. Look at that. P5 for the Red Bull. So a great fight there. 5-7. And of course the fight 1-3. And all the while, do keep in mind, Gus, Potsy is losing time.
He is, but Mikat does have that 3-second penalty, so... Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one, especially with the threat of rain. Just noticing as well, it's getting a little bit overcast now, so that rain might come with just early enough that we might see some inter-running right at the end.
That'll throw an absolute spanner in the entire plan, if that's the case. If we see drops of rain... then nobody's going to want to stay on those used tyres because they're essentially going to be ice skates, and nobody wants that.
I'll tell you who it could help out, though, Mikau. He's not due to pit for another few laps. If the rain comes at the right time, he can go straight onto the inters just like everybody else, whereas we expect he's going to go into another set of softs and have to fight his way back through the field again.
Apex telling us rain is expected in 10 to 15 minutes. Trin doing a really good job of staying ahead there. Smitty is catching up, but it won't be enough to overtake him before the turn. 10 minutes to rain. Okay, 10 minutes to rain is still within the race distance.
Yeah, it's just under 10 laps, so it could be a spicy one at the end.
Jeez, that's all we need. Oh, that'll really bring something. Oh, Artanis is looking for the attack. He's going to try the inside here. Oh, plays it safe. Oh, Smitty went a little wide there. The Aston Martin side by side. As Pacey picks up another 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's a great switchback from the Aston Martin. He might just have this through the S section. No, he pulls back. Doesn't want to risk it. Well done to each of these guys, but he's going to try and go. Smitty chooses the inside line. He'll try and go harder on the brakes. The Aston Martin will have to try and tuck it in. He won't get it this time round, but I have a feeling that Artanis might have the advantage on the main straight.
Potsy's in the pits. Potsy has come into the pits. I wonder if he knows about the rain forecast and he's going onto the softs.
So that tells me that he's trying to get as much time as possible before the rain, if that's the case. Because he knows he'll be able to just rock it on those new shoes. So Artanis will overtake, gets Smitty there. Oh, I think Bluey might actually have him as well.
Yeah, the battling between Artanis and Smitty has brought Bluey and T-Mac into this fight as well, although Artanis pulling away almost a second clear already of the Haas.
Here we go. Bluey on the inside. I think T-Mac might have a piece of this as well. No. Oh, Smitty kept the position. Well done.
Yeah, Bluey not quite getting alongside. Smitty did not have to leave a space on the inside, turns in, and Bluey had to back out to avoid contact.
Well done to you. There we go. T-Mac now through the S section. Here we go. We'll stay on board. We'll have a look. Nice flowing bit of tarmac as Trin and Smitty both pick up 3-second time penalty. That's put Smitty out of that battle, unfortunately. And now, have a look at this guy.
Fever responds. Fever's coming to the pits as well.
So Fever's coming to the pits. Potsy is just about to come around the final complex of corners. Now, I wonder if Fever gets out before. I don't think he will. Here we go. Have a look at that track map. I think Potsy's got him. Oh, and he does right on the pit exit. Well done to the Red Bull. Well done, an undercut. If you've ever seen one, Potsy is now ahead of the Williams. So, Baitmate is still out there. He'll have to manage this really, really well to get to the end for this win. Mikau on 7 laps away on those softs. He's got a 15-second gap to the car behind, which is the Alfa Romeo of Bluey. I wonder how this develops. Baitmate is tense because he knows that there is an Alpha Tauri with red sticker tyres. And there's nothing he can do about it.
Smitty going very slow in Sector 2, let Potsy through, and Fever having to take a suboptimal line to get through.
Have a look at this. Mikau's in the pit, so was Bait. They both came into the pit at the same time. So what does Mikau switch to? What's going on here?
We'll have to do softs.
Yep, okay.
No point going on to the mediums from here.
Bluey's coming in as well, so Potsy will take the lead of this race. Look at that. Strategy pays off again. As Smitty picks up a 5-second penalty for spitting in the pit lane. So Fever goes past, and Baitmate exits. Mikau ahead as well, and I think Combined is doing a cheeky toe of the pit lane. He might just get Baitmate here as well. No, he only gets the one. So Mikau gets stuck behind the Alpha. Can't imagine it'll take him too long to get past. But now, Potsy is in the lead of the race. 10 laps to go. Potsy does not have penalties. Fever does. We'll have a penalty recap here. As you can see on your screen, Smitty has 14 seconds of penalties. Simdogger and Pacey have 6 each, and the rest of the drivers with a flag next to their name have 3 seconds of penalties. Having a look at the positions changed. 11 for Mikau as he started right at the back. Big Al with 12 positions lost. And everyone on 2 stops except Combined and Simdog with 1 stop each. Pacey as well, and Big Al there with 3 stops. So Potsy has to be aware of the looming penalties. He's going to make sure to not get them. If he manages to stay clean, he'll have a 3-second buffer. You see a bunch of follows coming in. Thank you very much, Pedro and Corrupted Peanut. Much appreciated. As we see Fever looking to the outside, or the inside rather, into turn 1. I'm not sure if he's going to squeeze it. No, he won't. But Mikau does get past Baitmate. Now he's on a run to the Williams. You can see just how red those brake discs are. Massive load in the tyres. Well, if the rain's coming, you'll want to hurry up. As Artanis has dropped out, unfortunately. Mikau is so fast. Oh my god, Mikau is so fast. He's dropping down. He had a 2.5 second gap. He's dropped it down to 1.6, and it's expected to get faster again. The only problem is, unless Potsy gets a penalty, Potsy's going to win. All he has to do is stay within. And as you proof there, 1:15.4. Mikau is absolutely pushing it. Here comes Fever. Excuse me, that was my position. He'll take that without a care in the world. And now, I wonder if Potsy can keep the composure and limit the mistakes. I think you were saying he had 1 warning so far?
He did when I last checked. I'll have another look now.
Ooh, as the timing screen has just died, so...
That'll be Artanis rejoining.
Yeah.
So Potsy on his last lap did pick up another warning, so he's on his final warning as well.
Oh boy. All right, so we've only got a handful of laps to go, and there is a penalty warning looming for the Red Bull. He has to try and keep this as clean as possible. It might cost him time. It might cost him a little bit of time having to limit the track extensions here, but it's going to pay off in the long run because all he has to do is stay within 3 seconds. So as they come around the line, we will get a reset on those on the timing screen there. Oh my god, Fever managed to scrape it out to a second.
Oh, Smitty's crashed. He's gone. Are we going to see a safety car? We are full safety car, and that changes things again.
Oh boy! Oh my god, that profits Potsy so much. Okay, so the question is, do they bother pit? Do you bother to pit?
Most of them have already pit. T-Max in and got a 5-second penalty for doing so. Simdogger and Artanis in as well. Simdogger was on 19-lap-old mediums, so this has played perfectly into his hands. Artanis on 10-lap-old softs as well, so this benefits him. Ekim and Mattia Dabry in as well on 11-lap-old mediums and 13-lap-old softs. A few of the back runners coming into the pits as well, because you might as well for a free pit stop. But our leaders all stayed out, and look how dark it's got.
Very true. That changed almost instantly there. Lap 29 of 36. Now, under safety car, these laps are going to go slower. So if the rain does come, it's going to give it a chance to really get into it. And then they're going to have to make a decision whether or not to pit under safety car, which will lose them position. I don't know how the rest of this race is going to go. I actually don't know. It'll really... Oh, it's Bluey picks up a... Drops
he
penalty.
was P6 as well. That's very unfortunate for him. Alfa Romeo on for some good points there, and he's going to have to do a drive-through penalty after the safety car comes in.
Let's jump on board here, and we'll just watch for telltale signs. Have a look at this! Faber and Potsy are pitting!
All in. Batemate stays out. So does Mikau. Of course, they're on the freshest of the soft tyres at the moment.
What are they pitting in for? I see soft tyres in the hands of the pit crew. And they are. They're pitting on the softs. Out. Interesting.
Trent's going to jump them both. I wonder if they're gambling on the fact if it is going to rain late, like in the last couple of laps, but having the freshest tyres, they may be able to get through the wet period on slick tyres before the checkered flag. Whereas the front runners, being on 3 or 4 lap old softs, they are going to have a lot less grip in those conditions.
Well, we'll find out. The downside here, of course, is yes, Mikau was in the lead of the race. Batemate close behind. Trin 10 seconds down the road, but that'll get eaten up as... Ooh, Ali is saying that it is raining now.
I don't have anything on my screen just yet, but I will keep you posted.
I don't see anything on the cameras just now, but we'll keep an eye. So Feber in 4th, Potsy in 5th. So Potsy really the one riding high at the moment without those penalties. And judging by the grid, it looks like we'll have at least another lap of safety car. At least. Still don't see any rain.
Still not seeing any raindrops, yeah.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a heated one. This is gonna be a heated one. There's big pressure now. Mikau has to try and keep as much pace as possible to take this win away from Potsy. Potsy has to do everything in his power to make sure that he stays within 3 seconds, which he can do, of all of those 5 as we see Pacey coming out of the pit lane there. What happens there? Does he have to fall in line? What's the deal? Oh no, he's trying to
unlock himself, so he'll probably get disqualified, but you may as well try.
Yep.
There he goes.
Ah, boy. I don't even know why that's a thing. The game clearly knows he's down. Why can't he just get past there? In any case, we have a DSQ. So, less driver, 14 left on the track. Rain is expected any time now. I see nothing on the cameras, but it is much darker. And the longer this safety car's out, the more time the rain has to come into effect. Everyone within 1 second of each other, all the way down in a 7th. Which makes sense because it's a safety car period, but doing well to maintain that pace. Everyone seems pretty close. I wonder if the safety car will come in. Still a decent gap there from Bluey to Ecom.
Yeah, it's just Mattia Dabry who's just got to catch up a little bit. There's a chunk of cars behind him though, so it should be green flag next lap.
No. We would have known by now. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. It was a little bit further than the safety car line, but that's fine. So here we go. Mikau is now in charge of the lead of this race. He is the one that gets to pull the trigger. He's going to choose when to get this underway. Now, hopefully he can avoid the pitfalls that Seb had in Tier 3 and not spin the car. And Mikau will choose to... He'll probably wait for the corner. And there we go. Short shifts to get the traction. And it's a really good move. He's left Batemate quite far back. And here we go. Trin is on full attack. So is Feber. Feber's going to try and take him right on the outside of turn 1. It's a race all the way down. It looks like the Red Bull's going to try and look on the inside. He chooses against it. Batemate's trying to keep the position. He loses it. Feber up into P2. Oh, they're side by side through this entire exchange. Look at that. Potty might get past, though. I think he did. Batemate's lost a lot here. Trin might even get it as well. Oh my god, he did. Simdogger and Trin are fighting now. Batemate down in a 6th position. Wow, everybody's taking the opportunity now. Look at this. T-Mac as well. Man, Batemate got mugged. Hard. All the way down to the 7th.
His tyres were in the right temperature window. He's lost a lot of positions.
That's crazy. He might even get jumped by Bluey if he's not careful. Have a look at Ecom, though. He's looking for a move. Lap 32 at 36. 4 laps remaining. Will maybe lap 33 as Mikau crosses the line there. Feber got a little sideways as they came out here. That's going to be in favour of Potty now. So, of course, no DRS for a couple of laps after a safety car restart. Oh, the toe is strong, though. Look at this. He'll stay in line. Potty has to be wary of that warning.
And we've got Bluey in the pits for that drive-through penalty, so he's dropped to the back of the field.
Ekin with a free position there, then. He'll be chasing down Batemate. Try and jump in a 7th. Look at this. It's very tight. The safety car has brought everyone back together, and nobody wants to let the gaps go away. But Mikau's doing quite a good job. So Feber definitely having some issues here. I wonder what they might be. I wonder if he's got any damage on the body. Oh, no. The gap's back down to 3:10, so it might just be a couple of corners that favour the AFR over the Williams. But right now, all Potsy has to do is not extend the track, and he will take the win. There we are. DRS is enabled. They won't have it on the straight, but they'll have it in the next sector. I should say the next detection zone. As Ecom does overtake Batemate at the back there, so he moves up in a 7th.
Still not seeing any raindrops at the back of the field, so I may not get wet enough for intermediates.
So Gum in the chat is saying that Batemate has front wing damage. That'll be the 2nd time. I remember he had that in Suzuka as well. And that was causing him to drop down a ton of positions there. The lap 34 of 36. We've only got a couple of laps left in the race. And by my count, it doesn't look like the rain's going to be much of a factor. Potty is doing... Sorry?
Oh, no, go.
No, that's okay. It's I was just...
At the back combined, a very aggressive defending Atanas having to try and make 3 or 4 attempts in that second DRS zone to get past him. A lot of weaving from the Alfa Romeo, so that may get looked at after the race.
Potty is well in the gearbox area of the Williams. You can see that that Williams is a little slidey at the moment, which you wouldn't expect with fresh tyres. But here we go. DRS is alive and well, and so is the battery management. Mikau's doing everything he can. Oh, Feber's going to choose that outside line. Here we go. He'll take P1, and Potty will try and close this up as well.
I see rain now. I see rain.
Oh, you're correct. Okay, so now I wonder how much this rain is going to affect the soft runners.
Round. Turn 1. Alfa Romeo has been spun around by Matt Sedabri.
Potty's trying to go around the outside as they move into turns 4 and 5. These two, when they get into situations like this, there's a lot of wheel banging. But it looks like the Red Bull might just eke out the position, and he does. There it is. Mikau falls in suit. But you can see the little drops of rain are getting heavier. Sector 1 yellow flag. This might be a problem. There's only a lap and like the last third of the track to go. But I wonder if it's enough. Mikau's going to have the hardest time of all of them. He's got the most wear. So here we go. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. The last lap's about to approach. Feber has to try and get a 3-second gap. I don't think that's a realistic outcome. But Potty is outside the DRS range, so Mikau will have DRS. Potty will not. I don't think he'll be able to catch him. The only thing is, if Potty stays outside... Oh, look at the speed! The AlphaTauri goes around the outside of turn 1. Oh, they come together, but it's clean, and the AlphaTauri will sneak past. No, the Red Bull takes it again. Potty won't have DRS, though, and the AlphaTauri goes screaming. There we go, up ahead, but all of this is for naught as Potty still has no penalty. So
he does have only one warning remaining, though. He's got to keep it clean with this weather coming in. It's going to be very treacherous.
We'll stay on board with the Red Bull. Keep an eye on the top of your screen. And pray that the magic words race control and Potty don't appear. Mikau holding him up in the S section. Potty has to know all he has to do is stay within the white lines and he'll take the win. There is no way that Feber can take this away from him. He'll need to gain 1.5 seconds in this last sector. Mikau could be trying. He's going to try and pump on the inside, but Potty's playing a smart game. Mikau goes wide. Mikau cuts the chicane. All Potty has to do is keep it clean around the last corner. Oh, 2.4 on the time. It's enough, though. Potty will take the win here at Mexico. And he did it by making sure that he drove a clean race. Whew. And Trin losing out on P5 by 0.034 of a second. Oh, my word. And that is where consistency gets you. Potty taking the win in the rain. Unfortunate there for Mikau, who went wide just at the end. But a great race nonetheless, going all the way from the back in a P3. That's good points. And Feber, he 2.4 seconds at the back there. I was wondering if Mikau was maybe trying to
back him up into the
just to play a little bit of silly buggers, see if he could get Potty off that top step. But no, it wasn't enough. And Potty with that type of driving, and I'm sure the driver of the day will go to Mikau. As expected. There we go. So good points to you. And an excellent race. So the rain didn't really provide that much of an issue. But Potty did very, very well not to trigger that last warning and pick up a time penalty. And for that, he'll take the top spot. Excellent drive there from the Red Bull. And just more proof of the talent that he is. And that'll put him up a decent amount of points too now. Alrighty, so Potty with the win. Mikau will take an extra point though, however, as he does have the fastest lap there with a 1:15.4. Feber in second place, Mikau in third. Ekim, look at that. Ekim all the way up in a 4th place. Started 10th on the grid. Congratulations to you. So that's a great drive. Simdogger in 5th. That's decent points there for Ferrari. Trin in 6th place. Mate Big Al, T-Mac and Matt Dabry round out the top 10. An unfortunate race for Smitty and Pacey. Both DNFing. Oh, sorry. Smitty DNFing Pacey with a disqualification thanks to the amazing code of the safety car. And On YouTube, Bluey Artanis Pondent back there as well. All right, guys.
Shout out to Ekim and Potsy, the only two drivers not to get a post-race time penalty.
Yes, well done to you guys, 100%. Okay, so that's all there is for Tier 1, but don't go anywhere as we have Tier 2 just around the corner. But from us, that'll be all. I've been Kuno Zero, this has been Gus, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
Chasing, I'm climbing, I'm searching.